conned or taken advantage of by somebody that kind of fooled you? Fellow Toastmasters, 600 years ago, there was a German prankster named Till Eulenspiegel. Now, Till lived in a small village on the bank of a river. And when he got to be 16 years old, his widowed mother said, Till, it's time for you to go out, get a job, work, and help support our family. Till had other ideas. Unknown to his mother, he had strung a rope across the river from his bedroom window to a tree. And he practiced doing tightrope walking on this rope. He wanted to live by his wits. He wanted to travel. He wasn't interested in staying in the village and just working, supporting the family. His mother caught him out on the rope, and she was so angry, she cut the rope and Till fell into the stream. The villagers saw this, they thought it was hilarious. They're laughing at him and making jokes about poor Till Eulenspiegel. He was really humiliated, upset, and angry, and he vowed he was going to get revenge on these people. So he went around the village and said, tomorrow I'm going to put on a big show on the tightrope. Be sure and come. You'll really enjoy it. They had not much entertainment there, so they all came. And sure enough, he could stand on one foot, he could stand on his head. They were amazed at the tricks that he could do on the tightrope. And then he said, now, fellow villagers, for my final trick, I need your help. Take this bag here and fill it up with your left shoe, and when you give the bag to me, I'll show you a trick you're just not going to believe. They went ahead and gave him their bag of left shoes. He went out in the middle of the river, and he said, hey folks, I want to get paid now. Either give me money or I'm going to throw all your shoes in the river. Well, they got some money together in a little bag and threw it out to him, and he tossed all their shoes in the middle of the crowd, and while they're scrambling around trying to find their own shoe, Till Eulenspiegel escaped. And they never found him in that village again. He never returned. Sometime later, he was in Leipzig. He went to the market there, and there were fur traders. And he had gotten a hold of a couple of rabbit furs, and he caught this big old fat cat. He took the cat and sewed it up in the rabbit fur, put it in a bag, so when you peeked in, it looked like a rabbit instead of a cat. He went to this guy and he said, hey, how would you like to buy a live rabbit? And yeah, sure, I'll give you 7 groschen for that. And he paid him, and he told his friends, come tonight when market closes, we're going to have some fun. I have this live rabbit, we're going to turn it loose, let the dogs chase it down. When they catch it, we'll kill the rabbit, and we'll have a nice dinner tonight with the rabbit. When the time came, all his friends were there. They turned the rabbit loose. When the dog started barking, the, quote, rabbit ran up a tree and said, meow. They were so mad, they looked all over for Till Eulenspiegel. But Till Eulenspiegel was nowhere to be found, and he never came back to Leipzig again. His final trick that I'm going to tell you about happened in Nuremberg. He came up to the city of Nuremberg. He had his best clothes on and a very dignified manner. And he went to the mayor and he said, I am a famous doctor. Now, if you have any sick people here in town, I'll be happy to help heal them. And the mayor said, you're just the man we need. Our hospital is filled to overflowing. We have no beds. In fact, they're even out in the halls. If you can heal all the people in our hospital, we'll pay you 100 silver coins. Till Eulenspiegel said, sure, I'll be happy to do that. So he went and visited the hospital, and he whispered in each patient's ear, tomorrow morning early, I'm going to come, and I'm going to yell, whoever is not the sickest, leave. And then I'm going to take the sickest person, catch them, burn them, grind them up to ashes, and make medicine out of those ashes. So the next morning, sure enough, he came and he yelled, anyone that's not sick, leave now. And there was a big scramble. They're jumping out the windows. They're pushing there, trying to get out the door before anybody else. And pretty soon the hospital's totally empty. He goes to get the mayor and said, I healed them all. There's nobody here anymore. And the mayor's so happy, gives him his 100 silver coins. But the next day, all the sick people came back to the hospital. All the beds were filled. And they had the same problem all over again. The mayor was very upset, and the city council, and they looked everywhere for Tel Eulenspiegel. But Tel Eulenspiegel was nowhere to be found, and he never returned to Nuremberg again. So I guess the moral of these stories are, if somebody comes and wants to give you a deal, you have to be a little cautious. Maybe he's a prankster, or a tricker, or a con artist, and don't believe everything somebody's willing to tell you. Mr. Toastmaster.